Welcome to this time out with Marcus Ekure. I assure you today promises to be a very interesting, outing with Marcus Ekure. I have on set today a very special personality. Now he's going to introduce himself shortly to you. But why I use that word that today promises to be great and very interesting is because we shall be talking on the subject matter of health. Health. Health, they say, is wealth. So, sir, may we know you, sir? Who are you?
My name Engineer Godwin Apoto. I hail from Delta State, Ugogo, particular, but I based in Abuja and actually health
But sir,
and
before you continue, I don't seem to get it. Engineer and health. You've been into a whole lot of health solution provision. I'm also one of your beneficiaries, so to
yeah,
speak.
yes,
So what's the connect?
the connect is this. Life is continuity,
Okay.
and you know, there is a period I really have challenges,
Okay.
and I didn't know. I was just thinking that life is just you know easy going. When I begin to climb 50, I'll be having some health challenges. BP rising, sugar, I can't sleep well at night,
Okay.
body pain, waist pain. I discovered that I was having waist pain for over 20 years and I've been taking drugs. Even right from when I was in school, I take drugs morning and night, pain relief, so many drugs. Then I sick a lot. So I discovered that it's not going. So many tests until I discovered this particular tea. Even before then, I'm a herbal tea lover. I've taken a lot of herbal tea until I discovered this particular one, you know. So when I tasted the tea, within a week, I discovered that that pain, you know, vanished. And before then, I noticed that my manhood was not erecting like before. It was failing. So when I discovered that, suddenly the thing came up naturally.
Wow.
And as I speak to you up to date,
Wow. Network has never failed.
it never failed at all. You know,
Okay.
so
Okay.
I said, this tea,
Yes.
I want to go into the root of this tea,
Okay.
as an engineer. And it now come to my mind. I've lost a lot of friends, classmates, business associates, relatives, young and old, dying, especially the young ones, the age of 30, 40, 45, at the right, just die,
Mm.
They will say health issues, health challenge, slump and die, heart attack, cardiac arrest, just like that. That is why I said, let me go into the root of this herbal tea. It's a Chinese product. So I now partner with the company. I say, this tea, I like to market it because my system has changed.
Okay.
And I discovered that that pain, that waist pain, is no more there again.
Mm.
And I sleep well at night. Everything is working fine. I don't even take paracetamol. I say, no, I must spread this gospel. That is why I now buy into the herbal product. I say, no, I have to go for a training. During our reunion, thank God, we invited medical professionals, doctors, pharmacists, and the rest to come and give us training. And they train us about health management. So
Okay.
I pick up from there with other training I attended in Lagos with the backup of the company. Because the company is a standard company. They
Okay.
have a lot of doctors, medical doctors, pharmacists, lab. So, so that as I'm marketing it, you know, in the field you may come across some
Difficult
severe
questions
issues
and
and the
issues.
rest.
Yes.
I relate it to them. Then I advise. Actually, the herbal tea is for prevention and maintenance. You know, at the early stage, by the time you take it, it cleans up your system, it maintains your system so that you don't fall deep into a challenge. Because when the crisis is there, the herbal tea may not do anything again. That is why I keep on telling people at the right age, you know, every image have its stages.
Okay.
At the stage one, you may not know what is happening. But if you take it, it will clean, you may not even know. Like cancer, for instance, every human being have cancer based on what we are eating, what we are inhaling every day. Cancer may be in the system, but you may not know. until it manifests. And we will not wait for it to manifest first.
Okay.
So our Bible tell this herbal tea, once you are above 18, maybe 30, 40, 50, at most 50,
Okay.
you need to deal on herbal tea.
Okay.
Especially this particular
Yeah.
one. Then,
Please, can I guide you a little on
okay,
this?
okay.
Because so it will not look as though we are actually marketing one product or the other. I actually want us to look at a lot of people, like you rightly said, a lot of people are dying. This year alone, I know of a lot of young people, up to about 8, that have died as a result of one terminal ailment or the other. And it's mind, boggling, it's troubling. So I don't really know. Can you talk to us? What do you think is the reason for this high rate of sicknesses and diseases and people dying here and there? What do you think
Fine.
is the...
Thank you very
Yes,
much. Like for my own research and studies,
yes.
I discovered that you know the way of life of our younger generation, the habit, the lifestyle is very, very bad. You know, it's not something to encourage at all. By the time you visit some of all these sit out, some of all these clubs, some of all these gardens, you discover the rate at which they consume alcohol on the high side. And alcohol himself is a poison. Alcohol is good and it's a chemical. Too much of it is bad,
Okay.
but they don't even know when to stop. Alcohol is something for ceremonial, once in a while, and you must know your gauge. But you discover people every evening they go out, they drink alcohol like water. How can you imagine two people will just finish a bottle of black label, about two or three?
You are talking of two people.
Yes.
There are cases where I've seen
You
one
see?
person
So I'm just,
finishing it.
I don't want to exaggerate. Then people drinking energy drink like water.
Is there anything wrong
Then-
with energy drink?
Very, very wrong. Energy drink is a chemical. Energy drink is a chemical. You can Google it. Google the side effect of energy drink. You know that energy drink is not good. Energy drink is for pilots, sailors, and all these trailer drivers. And they must not take more than one because it will keep you awake.
Because of the
Yeah,
nicotine
yes, very high caffeine.
or caffeine.
So
Yes.
the caffeine in it is very high. It keep you awake. So how can human being be taking energy drink? I met a guy. He said the manhole is not working again.
Okay.
And I said, what happened? He said he don't know. I think you are taking something. After much interview, he now said he normally drink energy drinks. How you drink? He say he miss it. He can take up to 5, at times 8 or 10. I think you are killing yourself. Energy drink destroy the kidney. Energy drink, because of the, you see the caffeine in it. It's not good. But these days, people just take it casual. They take it like mineral, soft drink, which is not good. You see young people of 18, 20 already drinking heavily. Before they get to 30, 35, their system is already going bad. And mind you, most of all these things we take in, it is the liver and the kidney that suffer it. It passes through them. They process it. So when you over labor the liver and the kidney, it becomes a problem. That's why you have issue of liver failure, kidney failure. Every time, kidney failure, kidney failure. Not like before. Remember our forefathers, nothing like kidney failure. But these days, it's very rampant. You see kidney failure, kidney failure, kidney failure. So study has showed me that all the rate of young people dying is caused by what they are taking in.
Okay, their intake, not
Their
necessarily alcohol alone.
No, not alcohol alone.
Okay.
Not alcohol alone. Some of all these our young boys, if you see where they smoke drugs, man, they take it like cigarette. They don't even tell on cigarette again. It's not good.
Engineer Poto, let me remind you that there are also incidences of young people who have been known to be living very rightly, as in they don't take alcohol, they don't take drugs, but yet they still, have one terminal disease or the other. So is it just alcohol and smoke? or
And
smoking that
like
causes
yes, it may
all
not
this.
be alcohol and smoke alone, and all depends on what you are eating too.
Okay.
Like this oil we eat, we
Yes.
have so many bad oil.
Okay.
Are you getting it? We have so many bad oils, and all these sleeping groundnut oil, they are not good for
Okay.
human consumption. Most of them, you know how people go in a, to just to look for money
Yes.
in a fast lane. They don't even care.
As you're talking about the producers now, the
Yes,
companies.
they don't
Yes.
even care the consumers.
The
They do,
implication.
yeah, they do anything. And mind you, we have a lot of fake drugs.
Sure.
Fake drugs. Fake drugs affect the organs. Fake drugs. There are a lot of fake drugs.
Okay.
There are a lot of
So,
fake
so
drugs.
you mean these and many more? You've mentioned the issue of alcohol, smoking, bad food intake,
Yes.
like bad ground oil. Then you talk about things like the other day you also made mention of the Maggi cube
Yeah, the Maggi
that we
cube.
take that
Yes.
it is
Excessive Maggi, yeah,
poisonous
it's
if
poisonous.
overtaken.
Overtaking.
Yes.
Are you getting it?
Then,
Because the makeup is chemical.
okay. Uh,
It's chemical.
then
So
you also made mention now of the issue of fake drugs.
fake
Now, the
drugs.
issue of fake drugs, how do we tackle such issue? How do we know? At least you have a lot of pharmacies, pharmacies everywhere where you buy drugs. How do you know this drug is fake and this is not fake? It's a serious
I
challenge.
think the fake drug issue is a very big challenge, and the only thing we can talk about the fake drug is that go to a very good pharmacist,
That's
you
a
know,
known
a known
pharmacy.
pharmacy that you believe that at least 80%, you know, and they will not
Compromise.
compromise selling
Standard.
standard, you know,
Okay.
and buy. Because there was a day I saw a guy, he carried drugs on his bike. You know, see them with wheelbarrow, drugs, different drugs,
Hawking
hugging
drugs on
drugs
wheelbarrow
on wheelbarrow. Yes,
and people buy the
people
drugs.
buy it.
Wow, it's
People buy
terrible.
it.
It's terrible. Now,
People buy it.
Engineer Koto,
So
let me bring you to another scenario. In this circumstance, there are situations where people tend to develop some kind of very funny attitude to their health. You've not said anything about that. That's attitude to health. When somebody is sick, you see almost every family is now. Someone was saying the other time that you have somebody who knows about drug in each family. That somebody is sick here, you just instead of calling the medical doctor or going for checkup or calling a pharmacist, you just say, "Ah, what's the challenge with you?" Say malaria or typhoid, self medication and all that.
I think self medication is not good. And
Okay,
another thing again, people hide ailment. You
okay,
know, when they have challenges, they hide it,
okay,
and it's not proper. You must confide on somebody, on a medical doctor. You must confide on somebody that you can speak to. Are you getting it? Because people hide it. I don't know. Is there any stigma in it?
So,
I don't see
are you
anything like
are
stigma
you trying to
in it.
say that is part of the reason why a lot of persons are dying
Yeah, they
because
hide
they
it.
don't speak out
Yeah, they
about
don't
their
speak out.
challenges?
I think
Okay,
I've discovered a lot of people very close to me. You know, even with the herbal tea and marketing, and people are buying. There are a lot of testimony coming out. I begin to wonder, but this guy that died, he knew that I'm selling this thing. If he has that kind of challenges, why don't he tell me, say, my guy, I have to challenge you. Let me try. Just try it. It will save life.
okay.
But they will not tell you.
I get that point now.
Oh, it's
Then
very funny.
yes, viewer, if you've been following us, talking on health issues, the reason for the high rate of death arising from diseases and sicknesses everywhere, and with me here on set
Then another
has
major
been
issue.
Engineer Akoto, who has strong interest in the area of health and has been of help to a whole lot of health issues through his herbal tea. So you can use the comment box in case you have questions to ask, you have comments or contribution, feel free to use the comment box out there. Yes, I come back to you, Dr. Akoto. You were about saying something.
Well, people are calling me doctor, but
Oh, sorry,
I'm
engineer
saying I'm not a
Akoto.
doctor. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to impersonate, you know.
Yes, sure, sure.
I'm not a doctor, but
Yeah,
we have a medical doctor,
yeah.
and within the establishment and the product
Okay.
that are backing the product up, that the one importing it to Nigeria
Okay.
and well registered with NAFDAC.
Okay.
They have all the pass all the threats.
Okay.
And the herbal tea have been in existence for over 2 years now.
Okay.
And you know, like area I wanted to really stress on again that really related to this debt issue.
Yes.
You know, do you know that these days people, because of money, they go my way after buying plantain. Plantain supposed to ripe within 3 days.
Yes.
They wrap it overnight with chemicals.
How possible
like
is that?
like they use clean soap.
Clean.
Clean soap. They soak the plantain inside clean soap. And you know clean soap is very hot.
Yes.
So that hotness, they will pack it and put inside sack and tie it. They break. Black plantain turn to ripe plantain.
Jesus Christ.
Then they use cabbages. It's very common. They put cabbage inside sack. They will now pack the plantain inside, tie it. They break. Everything turn to. Same thing with banana.
Wow.
And you know the reaction to human being
On health.
on egg. And children eat all these things. So that one could be one of the major you know,
reasons
yes.
for all this high.
and you know that all these things they affect the organs. Just imagine somebody eating cabbage
It's
into
terrible.
the system.
It's terrible. Now, Engineer Koto, I want us to deviate a little at this point. There's this surge in reliance or resort to what they popularly call sexual enhancement products. If you go on Facebook, you see pictures of a woman with big ass, big boob, and you see perhaps a photograph or picture of genital organ, the male genital organ, and you see things like the problem of 2 minutes
Very
has
common.
ended in your
Yes.
life, all sort of adverts, and that's what you see
Very
everywhere on
common.
pages
Yeah,
of
very
social
common.
media.
Very
And you see a whole lot of persons comment, you see over 5,000 persons asking how do I get the product,
Yes.
and you see different kind of products in the what do you think? Don't you think this thing has effect, consuming these different kind of
You see,
products and all that?
what I discovered from my studies,
Yes.
because I have weak erection issue
Okay.
before now.
Okay.
Thank God, with the help of this herbal tea,
You said it initially.
I'm back.
Yes.
Normal. Everything is working fine.
Good.
You know, I'm happy. You see, I discovered that all those manpower, enhancement drugs, enhancement this, enhancement tea, they are not proper, they are not good.
Is it all of them that are not good, or some of them are
All
not
of them are not good. All are not good. They have side effects.
good? Even the natural ones?
They have side effects. They have side effects. Anything that will make your manpower to erect, your dig, they call it penis,
Yes.
to stand well,
Mm.
it has side effects. Don't buy into it.
Okay.
The reason is that for the period of the you will be using it, it will work. But after some time, it kills the cell of the organ. And once the cell is dead, impotent step in.
Mm.
And it affect eye. It create impotent, it affect eye. And for him to wake up again become a problem. So what I will advise, you see, the causes of weak erection is one, if the cholesterol is too much in the blood
Okay.
and toxic substance is too much in the blood is not flowing well. The blood is closing. There is no flow well. It's not circulating well. It's not, reaching the organ well. The
Okay,
manhole.
blood has to reach the manhole.
That's what make it to be rigid.
Okay,
You know,
the
when
blood.
yeah,
Okay.
when a man is releasing,
Yes.
about to release,
Yes.
all